Yeah. Relax. Enjoy yourself. This is the CIGAR room. You can meet me there. I don't know.
Hey, welcome to the CIGAR Room Show. Today I want to talk about let's learn to make peace with saying no. Oh man, this is really hard for a lot of people just to say no. And the people I'm speaking specifically to is a lot of people who just constantly want to give. It makes them feel good that they're giving, and helping somebody out of their hard time. What you don't count on is a lot of times you may be enabling them. You're not really helping them. You think you are. As a matter of fact, they even make you feel like you are, but you're not. You're giving them a crutch constantly. And see, those same kind of people that when you're actually helping them a lot, the first time you can't, they act like you never did anything for them. See, that's where it comes into a place where everybody going to use you. But it's better to feel like you were useful than you were actually just used. Somebody just used you because they could, taking advantage of you, manipulating you. Some people are in really hard times and need your help. And that's how you build good trust and good relationships with people, because you're there for them like how maybe they are there for you. And you have to use your best judgment when it comes to that. But I want to specifically talk about learning to make peace with saying no, because a lot of times you really can't do it. But a lot of, you reach and try to go and help people. You reach because really you're not supposed to be doing that. It's going to break you. It's going to make you have less than what you have stretching through the next week, through the next month. You're going out your way for these people, taking time for these people, and you constantly become the person they say they count on. But really, you're just a person that always you're just always there for them to do anything that they need, no matter what their problem is. Listen, some people need to figure it out. You're going to do a bigger favor for them, letting them figure it out than helping them. Now, I know this sounds like kind of crazy, especially for people who like giving a lot, who like being there for people a lot. But really, it's almost, you're feeling that void of, you wanting people to be there for you when it's you going through something. People wouldn't have to be there for you a lot of times if you didn't just keep giving to everybody. People will complain, and what I'm speaking specifically to is the people like, I'm there for everybody, ain't nobody there for me. I know, and they know it. They know that you keep being there for everybody, and they can't be there for you. But if their circumstances keep being the same circumstances every time you help them, think about that. Why is their circumstance, it may be a little different scenario, but it's pretty much the same thing. Why is their circumstances still staying the same? Think about the last time you helped that person. Is their circumstances still the same? Are their circumstances still the same? Think about it. Think about the times when they call you and the sob story, and then think about how they talk on a regular basis. Say for instance, you're just calling them, you're going to talk to them, you just want to just kick it with them, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to get through this tough time. I'm just hoping something happens good for me. They always talking Debbie Downer, right? They always talking like that. They talking negative. They super pessimist. Nothing's on the upward trajectory. Nothing. It's just constantly the same circumstances. Don't inherit their circumstance, though, because their circumstance will likely become yours as well, through deed first. And then eventually you're going to find yourself in a hard predicament because you keep giving to these kind of people and you keep taking away from you. Then you find yourself stressed. This is where it comes to the original title of making peace with saying no. Make peace. Peace doesn't always mean people get to partake. Like, I did a good thing for somebody. No. Do not confuse people that You're like, don't confuse love with being manipulated. Don't confuse the two. Like, I love them and they know I love them, so they came to me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You see how they keep coming to you with the same kind of circumstance though? You see how they keep coming to you with the same circumstance. Make peace with saying no. Make peace with saying no, not just with the things that you're giving. Make peace with saying no with the time you're giving. Make peace with saying no about that too. Some of y'all be meeting new people or getting to know somebody or been friends with somebody long, and all they do is want to demand your time. Make peace with saying no. Make the best judgment call for yourself. Y'all, listen, a lot of y'all out there know what I'm talking about when it comes to certain things happening and you feel like you feel like you regret it afterwards, after looking out for somebody or being there for somebody or making time for somebody, and you feel like it. Man, what did I even go there for? What did I even give them that for? What did I even do that for? Why even say yes? Why even that feeling? That feeling right there, that feeling of regret. That feeling of regret don't have to keep happening to you. Make peace with saying no. Make peace with saying no. Even if you're not that aggressive with it, just saying straight up no. I don't think I can do that right now. And some people may come, wow, what's wrong with you? You know, I just can't do it right now. You ever find yourself over-explaining yourself? You ever find yourself over-explaining what you're feeling, over-explaining what you're about to do, over-explaining the reasons why and whatnot? And that's because you probably should have said no from the jump. That's why. You know, it's probably your subconscious, like, I got to come up with something because I should have just said no from the jump. Make peace with saying no. Make peace with protecting your time, what you have. See, a lot of y'all work hard to get what you have. Think about it. There's probably a time in your life when you needed somebody to come through for you. Think about this. There was probably a time in your life. Some of y'all out there, hey, look, let's talk about it. Some of y'all out there was probably sleeping in somebody else's crib. Sleeping on somebody's couch, sleeping on somebody's extra bed, space they had available. Some of y'all was probably in that space and place and was hurting. Was on your knees. And nobody would help you. You know, everybody was going through something at that time for some reason. Right? But when you got up, when you figured it out a way to actually get through that embarrassing moment, that moment that attacked your pride so much, where you was on your knuckles. But when you figured it out and you got out of it, think about that feeling of relief, and think about how self-made you feel. Because listen, a lot of y'all made something happen without a lot of people involved in it, or nobody really. It was really all your grind. A lot of your grind and a lot of relationships you built on your own, not nobody just introducing you. See, remember that time. Remember that time. Remember when you was dragging your knuckles, nobody lended you a hand. Remember that. Some of those people could have done it, but just didn't. For whatever their reason was, they just didn't. But look what built up in you. Look at the resilience you gained. Look at the knowledge you gained, the strategy you started to develop. Think about those things. You think you're helping someone when you're helping them out of their circumstance, when really, you're keeping them from growth. You're keeping them from growth. You're enabling them. Just simply put, a lot of people who come to you If they come to you sparingly, like they don't come to you often, you know you was that last resort, you know you was that last call, that might be a good appropriate time to help that person. Because you know they did everything they could before they picked up the phone to call you. You know they did. But for those people that always bring their circumstance to you, make peace with saying no. Those people that always want your time, knowing damn well you barely got no time for yourself, but they want you to make time for them. Make peace with saying no. You got to care for yourself, people. You got to care for yourself. A lot of people they're not going to care. They're not going to consider your situation, especially if you go back into a bad situation. Remember that time. Remember that strength it took to get out your situation, your circumstance. Remember that. Those people that keep coming to you for everything, they need to learn it. They need to learn it. They need to gain an understanding on how to get through things. Don't spare anybody from growth. You're not doing them any favors. Okay? Make peace with saying no. Make peace with saying no. Hope everybody out there has a blessed and prosperous week from the Cigar Room Show. Thank you. Have a great week.
Ooh, yeah. Relax. Enjoy yourself. This is the Cigar Room. You can meet me there.